Hello, so I'll be working with Stetson today. I do already have a video of me haltering him, but today I'm going to be working on desensitizing. That's the first exercise I do with the horse after I have haltered them. I have done a little bit desensitizing with him. He was spooking a lot whenever I'd walk on each sides of him. He only wanted me right in front of him. So I've worked with that with him for a couple days. And so now I am going to start doing the exercises and that I do with every horse. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to just get him used to me petting him on each side because that's what he was really spooking with the other day. I've worked quite a bit with that, and as you see, he's like really calm. Before he was spooking pretty bad, but now he is really thinking. Number one thing is always hold pretty close to the horse's head, especially with the desensitizing, because they spook quite a bit with this exercise. But you want to hold pretty close to the head because when they do spook, more than likely they'll try to spin around and kick you. And you can just pull their head into you and keep the rump away from you, and it keeps you safe. Okay, so another thing is when you hold your lead rope, hold it like this with your thumb on the bottom. You seem to have more grip and control. Then with this, it's really easy to just slip. So this, you could really have a good grip. So that's super important. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just walk on either side of him, pet him all over. Good boy. He's doing super good. Before he would bolt off and kick up, but now he's doing really good. He's kind of spooking like he was earlier, but this was definitely, as you can see, he's licking his lips. He's thinking through it, kind of calming down, so that's really good. He's definitely thinking through this time. Last time he wasn't. He would just like bolt away. He would try to bolt for his pen because that's kind of a safe spot and stuff. But now he's doing really good. And that wasn't really a spook. He just kind of walked around kind of thinking about things, and then he realized, oh, she's giving me pets. It's all good. So it's really good right there. I'm going to do it a couple more times. Both sides. Good boy. So he did pretty good there. He let me walk side to side perfectly, had absolutely no issues. Did move a little bit, but he didn't spook, so that's really good. He definitely thought through it. So when I worked with that a couple days ago, I made sure to do it 3 days in a row. And whenever you're teaching a horse a new exercise, you always want to make sure you get at least 3 days in a row. It would be great if you can do 4, 5, 6 days, whatever, but you don't want no less than 3. After the 3rd day is when you see the most improvement. So it's really important. Now this is the 4th day of me working with him, and he is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first desensitizing exercise. So I'm going to first start with just rubbing the lead rope on him. And this is kind of the same thing we did when we were working on haltering. Just want them to get comfortable with the feeling of the lead rope. Okay, and he has his leg cocked. He's definitely thinking. You want to release the pressure. And if they start spooking, just continue doing it, continue rubbing. And then as soon as they stop and relax, then you can release the pressure. So the signs of relaxing is they'll cock their leg, they'll lick their lips, they'll sigh, they'll lower their head, also blink. Most horses that are scared, they're like completely wide-eyed and like stiff and stuff. And so you just want to make sure they relax. Sometimes it'll be sometimes you work with really spooky horses where it's really difficult for them to relax. So to say he was really spooking, I would just rub it lightly and take it away. Rub him lightly, and then after doing that, they'll realize that, there's absolutely no harm in that. And then I'll rub him a little longer, then I release the pressure. Rub him a little longer, And then once they start doing really good, then I'll want to be a little more picky, and I will be waiting for them to relax. But he did really amazing. I'm going to go ahead and rub him a couple more times. Good boy. Okay, so he did really good with that. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. What you do with one side, you want to do with the other side. Okay, so you just want to rub him. Normally when I start rubbing him with the lead rope, I normally do the neck or the shoulder up here just to get them used to it. And then I'll slowly work my way down. But you want to be careful, like whenever you introduce something new, you want to do it up here, not back there, because if they're spooked from it, their first instinct is going to try to kick it, and you don't want to be in the way. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to rub until he stops and relaxes. So he went ahead and stopped, but he's not exactly relaxed just yet. I'm going to continue. You want to make sure you continue to have your hand pretty close to his face so you can quickly pull his head towards you when he spooks, just like that. So you just set a perfect example right there. Go ahead and bring him towards me. Gonna go ahead and calm him down. Gotta fix this halter here. Okay. So I'm just gonna pet him. Right now I'm just petting him with my hand. So it's okay to step back a step. And get them comfortable with your hand first. And then you can do the rope after. Okay, so he's spooking a little bit with those very noisy birds. So I'm just going to kind of step back a step, kind of work with what I worked with the other day. Just work on him allowing me to come to his side and pet him. He's been doing really good with his other side, but with this side he seems a little more spooky. But you will have where they'll be amazing on one side and then not so good on the other side. That's why it's super important to work on both sides of the horse with each exercise you do. Okay, so I'm coming back to this side, petting him. Now I'll go back to the other side. I'm just kind of doing the same exercises as I did at the very start. And I've really never had an issue with a horse being scared of me just walking on each sides of them. But there's always different things with different horses that they're spooked at, but it's okay. He's doing pretty good. And so you want to make sure that they'll allow you to go on each side before you do the first step, just because the first step requires you to be on kind of the more side of them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to rubbing the rope. So I forgot to mention this earlier. When you do this, you want to make sure you stand about right here. I sometimes do move over here, but you want to stand in the more front of the horse. That way you are away from his rump. Good boy. Okay, so I'm just going to rub this on him and pretty much do the same thing I just did, walking side by side, but just rub him with a rope instead. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Okay, so he's doing pretty good right here. While he's moving, I'm going to wait until he relaxes before I release the pressure. Good boy. So he's still pretty There we go, that's good. He lowered his head, and so that's a sign of relaxing. He's pretty good. So I'm just gonna work a couple more times with this, and then I'll go ahead and move on to the next step if he is ready. Good boy, doing so good. So he's kind of pushing up against me. So just kind of beat him off. So I'm not sure if you saw that, but I just made sure to keep his head into me. Good boy. So he's licking his lips. He's pretty relaxed. Go ahead and just rub this over him. Just continue the rubbing exercises. Good boy. So he's doing very good with this, and now we're going to go ahead and move on to the second step. Okay, so this next step, what you want to do is you just want to toss the rope over his back lightly, and do that several times without him spooking, and you want to do it around his legs, on his front legs, back legs, around his rump and everything. I'm not sure how much we'll be able to do with this lesson, but I'm just going to start with tossing over his back lightly. Normally you kind of want it to be you want it to have some swing and do it, but first I'm just going to do it very lightly just so it doesn't spook him, so he kind of gets the idea. So you're just going to toss it. Good boy. Pet him, reward him, and then take it back down. Good boy. Just going to do that again. He's kind of moving. That's okay. I'm just going to wait until he stops. Good boy. Okay. He's relaxed. Take it off. Good boy. Gonna do that again. Good boy. He's licking his lips. Release the pressure. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so right now I'm just kind of tossing his back. I'm not doing the rump and legs just yet, just because I know he's not ready for that yet. So I did a little bit there. I'm going to go ahead and move to the other side, do a little bit there, and just go back and forth and get him used to me swinging the rope over him. Okay, so this seems to be his more spookier side. So I'm just going to do this pretty slow. Good boy. Okay. Oh, boy. You release the pressure. Give him lots of pets. Good boy. Okay. Gonna toss it back over. Good job. Good boy. So he's a little unsure about it, but I'm just gonna rub him. Good boy. Wait until he relaxes. He's not relaxed right now. Good boy. As soon as he kind of gave relaxing sign right there. As soon as they relax, you want to immediately release the pressure. He cocked his leg and he sighed. So those are two signs of relaxing. I'm going to go ahead and do it again. Good boy. Yeah, good job. Boy, he's licking his lips. Good job. Okay, toss it back over him. He's doing really good. Good boy. Good job. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move to the other side. Good boy. Good job. You're doing so good. I'm just gonna let him move, wait for him to stop. You're a good boy. Okay, I'm gonna release the pressure. Then I'm gonna do this a couple more times. You're a good boy. Good boy. Good job. So we did really good. It's definitely improving. I'm being able to swing it a little more each time. And so you just slowly do it more and more, and then you eventually do it more in the neck, more in the rump, legs, and front feet. But right now I'm just going to continue to do it on the back, a little more larger swings, get him used to that. He has improved so much from the first time that I worked with him with desensitizing. The fact that he's allowing me to go on each side is like a huge improvement. Yeah, you're doing so good. So I'm going to continue and work a couple more times. Good boy. So he's having his, well, he was having his leg cocked. So that was really good. Sign of relaxing. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I'm just going to continue. Bring it over. Good boy. He's licking his lips. And he didn't move that time. So I'm going to release the pressure, pet him. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side that I did with the other side. I'm just going to do it once. Okay, he did not move. That was really good. I'll release the pressure. Good boy. That was super good. Do it again. Good boy. Awesome. So he does not seem to be moving as much as he was before. So that was really good. Okay, so he seems pretty good with his back. Now we're going to start doing his rump and his legs. Good boy. Okay, so I'm just going to rub it on his rump. Okay, and go ahead and swing it lightly. Good boy. Going to release the pressure. Good boy. That's very good. Going to do that again. Okay, super good. You do want to make sure that you give some space because you don't want him kicking you. I'm just going to go ahead. Okay, so he's doing super good. He didn't move once with that. Now I'm going to go ahead, move to the other side here. Good boy. Go ahead and do it on his back once. Okay. Going to rub it. His rump. Good boy. Yeah. Okay. Toss it. Good boy. So he is improving so much. Okay. So before I toss it on his rump, I'm going to make sure that he's okay with me rubbing his rump without moving. We do not want him to move. Good boy. I'm going to release the pressure, pet him, reward him. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead, toss it. Good boy. That was super good. You go ahead and back him up here. Okay. Good boy. I'm going to rub him. Good boy. Okay, I'm gonna do a light toss. Good job. Okay. Good boy. Okay. Okay, so he's kind of fighting with me there. Okay, good boy. Good boy. Good job. Good boy. Yeah. Yes. Yes, good. Okay, go ahead and touch time. Good boy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple times on the back. Okay, and right here is a perfect place to stop. I was able to swing it pretty continuously on both sides, on the rump and the back, and he didn't move once. So that is really good. I'm going to end right there. You always want to end on a good note. And good boy. So I'm going to work with him again tomorrow and then again the next day. Always want to get those 30 days in a row. You're so good, boy. Good job. Okay. Okay, and that is it. See you later.